I am Bavitra and I'm going to give a short lecture on coupled circuits. In this lecture, we'll see about coupled circuits, self-inductance, mutual inductance, coefficient of coupling, dot rule, and energy in coupled circuits. Now, we are going to see about coupled circuits. In coupled circuits, we have two types. One is conductively coupled and the latter is magnetically coupled. Circuits in which one loop affects the neighboring loop through current conduction are called as conductively coupled circuits. Whereas in other set of circuits, various loops with or without contacts between them affects each other through the magnetic field generated by any one of them. These circuits are said to be magnetically coupled circuits. This image depicts a transformer. The transformer is an electrical device designed on the basis of the concept of magnetic coupling. In this image, two coils are wounded on a core, being contactless, even though affecting each other through magnetic field. It uses magnetically coupled coils to transfer energy from one circuit to the other. Now we'll see about self-inductance. Self-inductance is the induction of a voltage in a current carrying wire when the current in the wire itself is changing. The coil shown here has N turns where current I flows through the coil. A magnetic flux is produced around it. We know by Faraday's law, voltage induced in coil is directly proportional to total number of turns and time rate of change of magnetic flux. SI unit of self-inductance is Henry, and 1 Henry is equal to the value of self-inductance in a coil or a circuit in which 1 volt is produced by 1 ampere per second of varying induction current. Now, mutual inductance. Mutual inductance is the ability of one inductor to induce a voltage across the neighboring inductor. Unlike self-inductance, mutual inductance also has Henry as its SI unit. Now, consider two coils with self-inductances L1 and L2 that are close to each other. Coil 1 has N1 turns while coil 2 has N2 turns. For the sake of simplicity, assume that the second inductor carries no current. The magnetic flux phi1 emanating from coil 1 has two components. One component links only one coil and another component links both coils. As a result of derivating, we get the formula for mutual inductance M21. Here, M21 depicts the mutual inductance of coil 2 with respect to coil 1. Here, although the two coils are physically separated, they are said to be magnetically coupled. According to Newton's third law, action is equal to reaction. What the force is exhibited is they are admitted. Since the two coils and two current are the same, the mutual inductance of coil 2 with respect to 1 and mutual inductance of coil 1 with respect to 2 are equal. Now we'll move to the concept coefficient of coupling. When two coils are taken, take for example coil A and coil B. When current flows through one coil, it produces a flux. The whole flux may not link with the other coil. This is because of leakage of flux by a fraction. And this fraction is known as coefficient of coupling denoted by K. When K is equal to 1, it symbolizes that the flux produced by one coil completely links with the other coil. And in this case, we call the coils as magnetically tightly coupled. When K is equal to 0, it means the flux produced by one coil does not link at all with the other coil and thus these coils are said to be magnetically isolated. Also, the coupling coefficient is indirectly a measure of magnetic coupling between two coils and K ranges from 0 to 1. Now, a major rule, that is the dot rule. Dot convention is a technique which gives detail about voltage polarity at the dotted terminal. If two currents are entering or leaving into the dot at the same time, then voltage generated due to mutual coupling will be positive. If one current is entering or leaving the dot and the other current does the vice versa, then voltage generated due to mutual coupling will be negative. Thus, The reference polarity of mutual voltage depends on reference direction of the current and the dots on the coils. Application of dot rule is illustrated using 4 mutually coupled coils in the shown images. Now we'll see connection of coils in dot rule. Series adding connection. In this simple circuit, current is entering the dotted terminal of the first inductor and the current is entering at the dotted terminal of the second inductor. Hence, we'll get the formula. The total inductance of the circuit is equal to self-inductance of inductor 1 plus self-inductance of inductor 2 plus twice the mutual inductance between two coils. Next, series opposing connection. In this simple circuit, current is entering at the dotted terminal of first inductor while current is leaving at the dotted terminal of second inductor. Hence, we will get the total inductance of the circuit as self-inductance of inductor 1 plus self-inductance of inductor 2 minus twice the mutual inductance between the two coils. The plus or minus symbol is determined by the dot rule, which we discussed in the previous slide. Now we'll see the derivation for energy in a coupled circuit. We all know that energy stored in an inductor is half Li square. Now we'll see the energy stored in a magnetically coupled circuit. Consider the circuit shown. We assume the initial currents I1 and I2 are 0, so that the energy stored in coil is 0. Now we'll increase small I1 from 0 to capital I1 and let we maintain small I2 is equal to 0. Now the power in the coil is I1 L1 di1 by dt and the energy stored in the circuit is half L1 I1 square. If we now maintain the previous condition where small I1 is equal to capital I1 and now we'll increase small I2 from 0 to capital I2. The mutual voltage induced in coil 1 is M12 into di2 by dt, where M12 is mutual inductance of coil 1 with respect to coil 2. Since I1 does not change, the mutual voltage induced in coil 2 is 0. And now the power in the coil is equal to I into voltage induced in coil 1 plus I2 into voltage across coil 2. And then by using the formula after integrating, we get the energy stored in the circuit as M12 into I1 into I2 plus half L2 I2 square. And finally, the total energy stored in coil when both I1 and I2 have reached a constant values is given in the last equation. If we reverse the order by which the currents reach their final values, that is, if we first increase I2 from 0 to capital I2 and later increase I1 from 0 to capital I1, the total energy stored in the circuit is given. Since the total energy stored should be same regardless of how we reach the final conditions, comparing the equations we come to a conclusion that M12 is equal to M21, which means mutual inductance of coil 1 with respect to 2 and mutual inductance of coil 2 with respect to 1 are equal. The energy equation that is derived was based on the assumption that the coil currents both enter the dotted terminals. If one current enters one dotted terminal, while the other current leaves the other dotted terminal, the mutual voltage is negative. So that the mutual energy Mi1 I2 is also negative. In that case, we denote a negative symbol in the equation. In the last two equations, Mi1 I2 is the mutual energy, but the sign in both the equations differ. That is based on the dot convention. Also, since capital I1 and capital I2 are arbitrary values, they may be replaced by small I1 and I2, which gives the instantaneous energy stored in the circuit. The general expression of energy for this equation is given. For this, the mutual energy is denoted by a plus or minus symbol. The positive sign is selected for the mutual term if both the currents enter or leave the dotted terminals of the coil. The negative sign is selected otherwise. Also, when K is equal to 1, that means when the circuit is magnetically tightly coupled, the relationship between mutual inductance and self-inductance between those two coils is also given. Actually, major applications of magnetically coupled circuits are transformers. There are different kinds of transformers which works on the basic principle of magnetic coupling. Those transformers are ideal transformers, ideal auto transformers, linear transformers and three-phase transformers.